All right, friends, this is where we left off. Like Monday, was it? I don't know. Feels like forever ago. That's where we left off. And I think we've answered all the questions. If you got more, if they come up, then please fire away. This is today. Take this down. Okay, good taking down. I'm going to use this pretty blue marker. All right, so solving rational equations. So now we've been doing lots of adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. Now we're solving. So we're going to use, could you keep it down over there? So now we're going to use all that stuff that we learned to solve. See, that's what it says right here. I'm going to apply what we know, solve the unknown. But this time when we find the lowest common denominator, we're going to multiply it through everything, so that we can eliminate fractions, so we can get rid of the bottoms, all right? But also, once we solve, remember your non-permissibles. Some roots are extraneous. You want to know if you got the right answer? Check it. Plug in the numbers and see if it works, all right? So for the CYUs, I want to keep doing from the assignment, but there are very few, like, check your understanding. Number one is with a monomial denominator, like a single term denominator. Number two is with a binomial denominator. That's a two-term denominator. Three is with a trinomial. There are very few questions. I think there's like only two, I think, in the assignment that are trinomial denominators. And I don't want to be Scroogey and take the joy away from your life. So I'm going to do the CYU 3B. All right. So these are the ones we're going to do. I'll alter camera. Alright. Get the best bang from my buck here. Alright, let's try that. Let's see if that works. I'll see a little bit of shadow. Shuffle the kitchen table. Alright. The heck did I say I was going to do to start? 5B. Page 584. Excuse me. 5B. Let's start with a drink of water while you guys copy that question down. Oh, that's gross. All right, 5B. 2 minus 4 over x equals 6 over x squared. So now, what's the lowest common denominator? In this case, the lowest common denominator is x squared. Cool. So remember, we are multiplying the numerators. We're not trying to create common denominators so we can add this all up. We're trying to get rid of the fractions. All right, so we're multiplying everything by x squared. So 2 times x squared is 2x squared. Negative 4x squared over x. We're not touching those denominators. 6x squared over x squared. Now, excuse me, I don't need this because it's already an equation. If this was not an equation, we wouldn't be able to do this because we are fundamentally changing the numbers here because it's an equation. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. I always think of an equation as like a balance. Whatever's on this side has to equal whatever's on this side. So whatever we do to one, we do to the other. Add, subtract, multiply, divide, whatever. You do the same to both sides to keep it balanced. So now let's simplify. 2x squared minus 4x squared over x. The x's cancel, so there's one x left over. These x squareds cancel. That equals 6. All right, now get everything onto one side and factor. I'm going to follow wherever the leading coefficient will be positive. If there was a bigger x squared on this side, I would bring everything over there. But we got this guy here, so I'm going to bring it this way. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. 2x squared minus 4x minus 6 equals 0. Factor this. Everything's even, so we can take a 2 out. 2 times x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. Hello, wake up. Now we factor this. x, these are both going to be, no they're not. This is negative 3 plus 1. So there you go. So we can see right here, we're done. Whatever makes this 0 is our answer. X equals 3 or -1. Okay, now like I said, you don't even have to check the back of the book. You can just plug these numbers in. So if we try 3 over this, it's going to be gross. Let's try -1 to start. 2 minus 4 over -1 will be 2 plus 4, so that's 6. -1 squared is 1, 6 over 1 is 6. 6 equals 6. That works. Now I should show you the 3 instead of just kind of complaining about it. So let's check with the 3. Move my camera down. 2 minus 4 over 3 equals, does it? 6 over 3 squared. All right, so I'm going to have to add these up. I'm going to have to change the denominator to make sure we can combine these. So 3 over 3, so that becomes 6 over 3, still equals 2, right? Multiply the top and bottom by 3, minus 4 over 3 equals 6 over 9, so that's 2/3. 6 minus 4 is 2 over 3, 2/3 equals 2/3. So those answers work. Okay, cha-ching, cha-ching. When it comes time to evaluate, you should show your work for this. Right now, I can't tell if you're checking the back or not, but this is a good thing to do. It'll let you know if you're right. It's also practice for your math brains. Do note sometimes, now we don't need to say x equals this, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to say x cannot equal 0, right? That would be the non-permissible in this case. We don't need to say that, okay? But what we do need to do is be aware of that, because let's say we solve this and it came out to x equals 3, x equals 0. Then one of these are extraneous, okay? So we would cross out, it's not possible. So that you do also have to watch for. Cool? First example. Next, 6b, page 584. 6b. I guess you want to see it, hey? You're all needy like that. 3 over 2s minus 4. 3 over 2s minus 4 equals 3 over s minus 2. Cool? Now we have to figure out what our common denominator is, and it might be easier first if we factor, okay? So I'm just going to do this kind of over here just to save space, because this might take up some space. So 3 over 2 times s minus 2 equals 3 over s minus 2. Okay, so nothing too crazy. Our LCD is right here. So we multiply both terms. We multiply everything basically by this, okay? So 3 times 2 times s minus 2 over 2s minus 4 equals 3 times 2 times s minus 2 all over s minus 2. Okay, so now we cancel where we can. 2 times s minus 2, we know that that was this anyway, so we're just left with 3. Over on this side, it's just the s minus 2's. Put those brackets around if it makes you feel better about canceling. So now we've got 3 equals 3 equals 6. So what happens then? I'm glad this happened. This means there's no solution. If it would have turned out that we would have had something like, I'll do it in a different color because it's not, let's do it in black. If we would have had something like s equals 2, that also would have been no solution because s can't equal 2. So if you get something like this, you didn't necessarily do something wrong. Just double check your work. This one's hard to check, obviously. If we have a solution, s equals something, we can check it. But here, all our s's were canceled. That means it's a nonsense proposition. No solution. Cool, cool, cool. Kind of happy I got a shorter question there, and you guys are like, man, that would have been a shorter question in my assignment. But at least you don't have to do that one, right? That's what you're always worried about? Always? Always. All right, check your understanding. I'm going to do a big ugly one here. 3b. You ready? You sitting down? This is x plus 1 over x plus 6. Do any of you use like a standing desk? That'd be interesting. If you do, send a picture. Like to everybody, don't just send it to me, that's weird. X plus, maybe that's what we should do, we should show our workspace. I'll take a picture of this and I'll post it. But I'm moving it soon because I ordered a desk because all our eating surfaces are being taken up right now. 11x plus 32 over x squared plus 10x, x squared plus 10x plus 24. Okay, talking too much. I'll make sure I copy this down right. X minus 2, x plus 4, 11x plus 32. All right, so we have to factor this. I have a feeling this is going to be this times this, but let's factor it to make sure we know what our lowest common denominator is. X plus 1 over x plus 6 plus x minus 2 over x plus 4 equals, 11x plus 32. Yeah, there we go. So our LCD is x plus 4 times x plus 6. Now, some of you will find because this is the way my brain works, will find a shortcut in doing this, multiplying through and canceling, and you won't do all the steps. I'm not going to pick at you for that, but when you are showing me your understanding, when you do your kind of final assignment at the end of this unit, I need to see everything. Okay? I need to see everything. All right. So, I'm going to show everything right now. X plus 1 times x plus 4 times x plus 6 all over x plus 6. You don't need those brackets on the bottom. It's the only thing there. Plus x minus 2 times x plus 4 times x plus 6 all over x plus 4. Now the big one equals 11x plus 32 times x plus 4 times x plus 6. Now, this, you can write it like this, you can write it like this. It's all going to cancel anyway. X plus 4, x plus 6. Now we do some canceling. 6 and 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 6, 6. Rewrite it. Now, I'll just rewrite it. So all steps, x plus 1 times x plus 4. My watch is clicking like crazy, so I'm going to pause this and make sure there's no kind of weird emergency somewhere. Right away, 11x plus 32. All right, this doesn't look as focused as it should be. I'm sorry. It doesn't look a ton better. Hang on, let's try. Okay, I'm not checking anymore. Checking text, what I mean. Checking this clarity. Oh, is that better? That looks okay? It's not perfect. Ooh, better. All right. So now let's multiply this nonsense through. And by nonsense, I mean fun, fun, fun. X times x is x squared. X times 4 is 4x. 1 times x is x. 1 times 4 is 4. X times x is x squared, x times 6 is 6x, negative 2 times x is negative 2x, negative 2 times 6 is negative 12, equals 11x plus 32. Now we got to combine like terms. Be careful when it's a big mess like this. You can also bring this over at some point. So x squared, and that's 2x squared, okay, 2x squared. And we have 4x and x, that's 5x. 5x and 6x is 11x. 11 minus 2 is 9x. And then 4 and negative 12 is negative 8. Equals 11x plus 32. So I'm going to subtract 11x and 32 from both sides and bring them over here. 2x squared, 9 minus 11 is minus 2x. And then negative 8 minus 32 is negative 40. Equals 0. Let's factor a 2 out of there. X squared minus x minus 20 equals 0. factor. X minus 5x plus 4. Yeah, that's right. So our answer is x equals 5 and negative 4. Now we should check with our non-permissibles, right? Our LCD right here, x plus 4, x plus 6. X can't be negative 4. Okay? So that one gets crushed. That's an extraneous root. Also important to note, very, very important, for those of you that watch this with the sound down, very important, if you do this work and then all you do is show this, because you see this coming and then you just block it out, you don't write it down, you're not showing me that you understand it. Okay? That I could have looked at it and saw that it was a mistake or something, or that it was misread. I need to see this in your work and in your understanding. All right? Cool. Do you want me to check this? See that it works? Maybe I'll do that for you. If not, stop the video now. Or maybe just wait till the end, just skip to the end just in case I think of something really smart to say. So I'm going to check my x equals 5, okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this with 5 in place for the x's, just so you know ahead of time. So there's not really any room. So we have 5 plus 1 over 5 plus 6 plus 5 minus 2 over 5 plus 4 equals 11 times 5 plus 32. And then 5 squared plus 10 times 5 plus 24. Now we're checking to see if this works. 6 over 11. Oh man, it's going to be fun. So that's 3 over 9. LCD of 99 equals 55 plus 32. See, this is good that I'm doing this, because honestly I'm thinking I'm not going to make you guys do this. 25 plus 50 plus 24, 75, 99. Well, on the fence, that works out really nice. LCD of 99. So if I just got to multiply this by 9 over 9, so it's 54 over 99, plus multiply this by 11, 33 over 99 equals 55, so that's 87. 87 over 99. 54 and 33. Checks out. So, those of you that hung around, what I'll say is this. I won't expect this every single time, because this worked out pretty nice. We got kind of lucky. But I was worried this was going to be like, say, 11, 9, and 62 or something. Then it's a ton of work. And I just don't know that there's a benefit to it. So, on the test, let's say that you should show your work, like show your checking at least once, just to prove that it, excuse me, that it works. Why do I have the hiccups? All right, cool. There you go. Just wondering how much time should I give to do this assignment? 3 to 13. I did a couple. Some are going to take long. If we are slowing down our... Yeah, you know what? What I think I might do... I'll put a comment on this, but I think what I might do is this. Say that this has to be due for Monday. It's a fair amount, I realize that. But I could then assign the test for this on Monday and have it due Friday. So essentially I'm giving you the week to do it. It's not like I'm checking this homework or anything Monday, but I will. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Hopefully I'll remember to make a comment in the comments, and you can tell me what you think of that. All right. Peace to you.